You welcome back to my channel. I'm Blessing. In today's tutorial, I want to show you how to take an accurate body measurement for making fitting straight dress. We are going to focus on the body measurement, then we'll draft our pattern. So when it comes to body measurement, we have the vertical measurement from your head to your toe, and then the horizontal is around your body. Okay, so we are going to start taking our vertical measurements. We are starting from the shoulder. So from your shoulder to your bust, your breast this way, that is your bust. That is the vertical measurement. Okay, then from your shoulder to your waist. Okay, then from that same shoulder you want to move to your hip, so the intervals between them will be for your vertical. Once you are done, you go from the hip to the length, starting from your shoulder to your length where you want the straight dress or the dress to be. So here is our length. The horizontal, you have to wrap the tape measure around your bust area like this. You then move to your waist. Using the same method, you wrap it around, making sure no space. Okay, then you move to your hip, and this is all for the basics measurements. Okay, this is all you need as a beginner to make a simple dress. So let me show you on the pattern. We are inputting the following: the bust, waist, hip length, and armhole. We make a starting point, okay, or starting line. That will be our shoulder line. Then from our shoulder line, we mark bust is 8 inches or 9 inches intervals. Then you mark it out straight this way. You come down, we are moving to the waist. From your shoulder to your waist is 15. The interval there is 15. Please check with your measurement, okay? Then from your shoulder line to your hip, in between 24 to 25, standard measurement. Then that one too, you do it and mark the joint together. When we are done with the hip area, when we get to the length, when you mark your length, you have to leave an allowance for hemming. That will be around 1 or 2 inches allowance depending on your fabric. Then you join that one also like this. So now let's indicate the lines that we have jotted. The first is the shoulder line. The second is our bust, so you write UB. The third is our waist, okay. And then the fourth one is after our waist, we measure our hip. So here is our hip. And then the last line is the length. After we marking the length, we quickly want to take and insert our horizontal measurement, meaning the circumference around the bust, waist. But before, we want to start with our neckline, okay? I've already inserted my measurement so that you can understand it well. So our shoulder line, okay, I'll be using 15 inches divided by 2, 7.5. Then I will mark my neckline 3 inches. That is the standard neckline measurement. Then because our shoulder, okay, it slopes, I'll mark 1/2 inch down around my shoulder on the where we mark the 7 inches and connect it to the neckline. We want to do our armhole, okay. Then I will insert my armhole measurement, that is 7 inches. I join it to the shoulder slope. Then I divided the 7 inches into 2. I'm coming in with 1/2 inch because you know our armhole, there was it's not straight, so we have to curve it in. And then the back too, we have to join it out, okay? So you connect it like this. The neckline, we are using 4 inches down. Then you join another 4 inches like this. You make your square, then you curve it. You want to curve it. If you have the curving ruler, okay, use it. I want to use freehand for my neckline. We want to insert our bust measurements, and we add 2 inches seam allowance. You use 1 inch for the dart and 1 inch for sewing, okay? So you take note of that. Then your waist, you insert your waist measurements, you add 2 inches allowance. Your hip, you insert your hip measurement, and when you get to the length, please deduct 1 inches from your waist, the hip measurements, and put it at your length, okay, so that the fitting will be this. If you want too much or you want it to be well fitting, then deduct 1.5 inches from the hip and put it on the waist. We want to connect and cut it out, okay. Now we want to move to our dart. Mark 4 inches from your bust to the hip. So 4, 4, 4. Use your ruler, connect the 3 line. Come down from the bust area 1 inch. You don't want the dart to be exact on your breast. Then on your hip area, come up with 3 inches. Waist, measure half inch around the 4 inches you took. Connect them together this way. Once we are done with the front pattern, we quickly want to focus on the back. The difference between the back and the front is the back has a zip, okay, and then the neckline is different. So we are marking 2 inches on the back pattern, and then we connect it straight like this for our zip allowance. Then we want to hold the front together with the back so that we insert all those measurements that is the same on the back and front. Please, on the back, we are marking half inch from the shoulder area. So that is that. And then the neckline, we are using 2 inches instead of the 4. So that is what I've done now. You want to use your marker to mark out all the joints together this way, so that when we remove the front on it, we can just use our ruler to connect it together. So now cut it out. We are done cutting it out. Remove the front and measure, or just cut the back pattern out of it so that it will remain with only the measurement for the front. So please take it out. Take that half inch we added to the back pattern, and then the armhole area too, take it out. Now we are done with our front pattern. Please, you want to insert the dart, okay, and the neckline. So this one, because we just use the tracing, we are just marking out or indicating it with the marker. Then the dart, okay, the dart is the same thing. We are going to mark 4 inches on the bust, 4 inches on the waist, and you come down 1 inch down from the bust this way. Come up on the hip area 3 inches this way. Connect all the 3 or the joints together. Mark half inch on the waist. On our waist area, we are marking half inch. Then we connect it from the bust to the waist by side on the waistline, on the hip line, so we bring it up to the waistline, half inch by half inch. And please, this will be all for our back measurements. Is there anything you don't understand from where we've gotten to? Let me know in the comments section, okay? Please watch part 2 for the cutting and stitching on the main fabric.